I'm not really sure what made me head back over there. It could have been too long spent in solitude, or perhaps I have long wanted to be some use to someone again. I remember seeing that village for the first time on my scouting trips. The village itself was in good repair and full of villagers. I felt the need to protect them, to secure their village from the worst of what I had seen elsewhere. Perhaps I was mistaken. I should have left them to their carefree life, so that in death they could also have innocence, instead of fear and paranoia. Now then, welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale. I've almost finished sorting out my sorting system. Almost. I've gathered just about everything from everywhere that I've got lying around, and everything that didn't have a place already has got a place. There's things like just the redstone stuff. Everything from the redstone tab gets sorted into a place like this. It just needs selecting as redstone, and everything on the redstone creative tab would go into there. So all the vanilla redstone stuff. So I've kind of got my little workshop area around here where I've got my extra utilities, thermal expansion, thermodynamics, red arsenal, simply jetpacks, the thermal expansion set, Steve's workshop and redstone, and all of the ingots and stuff, and I've got some ingots and nuggets at the end there. All the things that I would generally need for crafting up machines and stuff over in this corner. Then we've got a little section over here which is going to be all of the vegetation and dyes, because there's a simple setting for putting all dyes in there, which is just there, look. And then I've got the produce from the farms over there I'm going to store in here. A lot of the produce from the farms are going to stay over at the farms, but things like cactus green, paper, sugarcane and stuff that I'm going to use fairly regular, I'm going to bring over here and use. I've got bees over this side, gendustry, magic bees, forestry, apiculture, forestry extras all over this side, because I figure I could put some sort of power source behind here, maybe have some machines on this side of things, as well as all of these storage places, because I don't really know what I'm doing with the barrels, but putting machines underneath might work with the power supply from underneath there. But that's future tense, I'll do that in the future. Then we've got like things from the nether for brewing, and things from the end, even though I haven't been to the end yet. I do happen to have some end stones from one of the Mistcraft ages, so I've got the end stuff. We've got the nether stuff, which is nether and natura nether, and soul sand and glowstone, things that are used fairly regular. And then I've got the mob drop things that mobs drop around here, including wool and next to wool carpets and all the Mo Creatures stuff. And Choco Craft has got its own little section here. Even though Choco Craft has got its own island for stuff, I figured if I'm just emptying my inventory, I don't want to go running over to the island to do it every time. There is potentially some way I can link this sorting system with other sorting systems without having to use a series of these connectors all over the place. But I'm going to look into that and play around with that. That's not what I'm planning on doing this episode. This episode, I'm fancy doing some building and some work on the village over the way that we found. It's dead of night. That's not a good time to be exploring, even with that difficulty apocalypse mod taken off. Let's chill out over here for a minute. Make a day and also get my strength up. I'm going to take a load of things over. I'm gonna go virtually like bare necessities to start off with. I did have a chocobo that I wanted to ride out. I think we'll pick one of these guys that's up here. They're sitting ready and willing and able to take me over to the village. The village shouldn't be loaded, so all the villagers should be there. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, spell check. Come on, spell. No, I didn't mean to hit you with that. Come on, spell check. Let's go. Wee-hee. Okay. So the village was over there. Over that away. So let's fly over there and see what we can find. Here we go. A village full of villagers. Awesome. Okay, so The first order of business with a village, as you probably know, is to make sure that the villagers are secure for night. So, I'm going to get some dirt together, get some bits and pieces sorted out, check what's in some of these chests and things. Nothing really major that I want. And work my way around the village to try and tidy it up and secure it. So each of these kind of rooms here, if the villagers are going into them, then I want them well lit inside, and I want to get it so that the villagers are secured in their places and nothing can get to them until I've secured the perimeter. And I'm just going to put a cobblestone wall up, I think. I'm just going to put a cobblestone wall around it wherever it best fits. Well, me and Spellcheck have been very, very busy. We've built a little house. It's only a little house. It's only a kind of a cool little house, isn't it, Spellcheck? We've got a little landing platform for Spellcheck over here. A little balcony. I put some extra beds in because I ended up having beds on all corners of the place. So instead of leaving them out there wherever I was resting while I was doing the wall, I brought them all in here and just made it look like some spare rooms and things. Make it look like someone could live here. We've got a little bit of an upstairs. I'll put these little beams in. Thought that would look cool. Space for another little garden out here. It's going to be interesting to figure out what I actually need from the villagers and how to abuse the trades slightly, I guess you could say. Abuse the trades. Yeah, I haven't really left anything over here. But we've got a nice little house. So I will probably spend a bit of time over here in the house. A lot more than maybe in the villa from time to time, where I'll just be over here. Gives me a nice little home. I haven't decided how to lay out the lounge yet. Maybe we'll do something about that in this episode, because we've got Bibliocraft, so I can do a few bits and pieces to set the place up. And I've got another little area around here. I've used plenty of bookshelves out of the stronghold. I just grabbed a load of those because I thought I wanted some bookcases around. And also, look at the cool kitchen. I've got a little dining room. Already started with the Bibliocraft stuff, actual tables and chairs that you can sit next to. I think I probably need to move this pot over to this side where no one's going to ever sit, but that's about it. And a little Pam's Harvest Craft kitchen set. These are pretty cool, the ovens. They look like they just work like a furnace, but you actually make them with a furnace and some iron and a bit of iron bars, so it wasn't too difficult to make. And of course a water well, so I can get water whenever I need it. And a little cutting board and a crafting table underneath for crafting up some food and stuff, depending on what it is that I end up getting. Did manage to get myself quite a few odd bits and pieces, but I'll take all that back with me later. And out the back here, we've got a road that I started and then thought, hang on a minute, where does this road actually go to? I figured that this would be a good frontage for the road, and my house would be off the road, as it were. I like that I've done these little dormer windows. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a wall all the way around, cobblestone lined with a wall on top to keep all the baddies out so that the villagers are safe. Up and down areas I've just gone 2 up so that nothing can get through, nothing can jump over, nothing can get around, but there's the odd chance that I can jump across and get out if I need to. And also with the chocobo I can just literally run over a wall anyway. There will be some mobs that can do special jumps and things like that, but yeah. And keeping the sludgy mess just outside of the village. I didn't want it in the village, so I came and cut across and around like that. Most of the villagers are nice and safe. I don't think I lost any while I was messing about, so we're going to start releasing them now and have a look at what trades they're doing and kind of things like that. Hey, villager, how you doing? You are books for emeralds. Well, we can do something with that. We can get a cow farm going and things like that. It's actually getting dark, so I hope I've lit the place well enough. I'm pretty sure that before I came back to start recording, everything was good. Emerald for apples. Well, yeah, I could do with no apples at all. Yeah. There's another stray bed of mine. There we go. Nighttime comes and the mobs will probably start assembling outside, so I should probably sleep in that bed while I think about it, actually. Get that nighttime. I'm not tired right now. Dang it. Okay. I think I'm going to just sort of hang around and make sure the place is secure before we go checking all the villagers out and all those things. Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan. We do have a few monsters just sort of lurking around over that side. But nothing seems to have spawned inside the grounds of this place. They're all over there somewhere, which is good. I don't mind that. Oh, there's a guy. There's a guy I don't want to mess with right now. Yeah, goodbye. Don't you be throwing your blocks at me. I really could do... Whoa, he's throwing stuff at me. Okay, he's seen me still. I might have to go and deal with him. Because he's going to get hard, isn't he? Wow, one-shotted. Nice. That is actually in the air. Well done. That's broken. Good then. Good then. Good job then. How do I get rid of that ever? Ah, no, it's caught up. Well, he picked that up for me. That's nice. We've got scorpions and things. I don't think there's anything too much to worry about. The zombies can't get in. That's the main thing. Don't let the zombies in. I picked up the grass block that he threw at me as well. Awesome. So we should be okay. They're all seemingly quite happy. I do like my little house. I made it so that the waterways here run around and keep all this hydrated. So I've got some little gardens outside. Mostly, though, I think once we look at the trades, I'll know what sort of farming to put over here. And for some reason, only known to these villagers, they like to climb the ladder, but they can't seem to climb back down again. They don't seem to bother. There's two Tinker's buildings right next to each other. There was a Tinker's smeltery as well, which I took down and took all the bits back. And there's pretty much useless stuff in here. I don't think I'm going to go and have a look anyway. Pretty much useless junk in these. I think you already saw some of these. We've got all the patterns and things like that. But these guys just sort of like get up here and then hang about for a bit. I haven't actually done any trades with them yet. It's a broccoli trade, okay. And you're the gold coin trade for iron. I can do this trade. I want to get them so that they've got their own places and all that kind of stuff. All the fun stuff I can do with villagers. And I've done before in other series. I want to get those sort of things done so that I've got villager trading available to me. Villager trading has always been a fairly big thing, especially in vanilla, for getting good stuff. Like, oh, there's a pear sapling. 1 emerald for a pear sapling. I'm pretty sure that I can get that trade centre marketplace for it as well, but still. And these guys, zucchinis and sweet potatoes. And you are paper. Paper farms, nice and easy for me to make. We've got a few bits and pieces in here that aren't really that good. And again, all of the patterns in here. I didn't find a blacksmith. I was expecting to find a blacksmith in this place, but I didn't find a blacksmith anywhere. Some of these roads need changing around and other bits and pieces, but at the moment we've got them secure. Payana, yeah, good. Okay. Payapa, or Payaya. Payaya, and a cashew, and rye for emeralds. They're pretty good trades, because I could plant fields of rye. Fields of Rye, yes, that's a good song. Good song title. Fields of Rye, and trade them up fairly quickly. And we're back to that guy and the book guy. Okay, well, it seems to be that we've got everything lit up and secure. The mobs are spawning outside of the walls, which is exactly as planned. And we've got this big old place here to live in. I don't think that villagers can open gates, so I put a gate on it, and then I can get in and out of this place as I need to. I do fancy doing a bit more decorating, though. I haven't really brought any gear with me. I sorted a lot of things out earlier. I've got some cobble in there. I need to get some more wood, so I need to pop back over to the base and fetch a few bits and pieces so I can build a few cool bits of furniture to put in the place, because we've all only got this simple basics right now, and the simple basics will not cut it. Not for me. Oh no, not for me. Right, spell check, let's go. Let's head back to base. I think it's this way. It'll also give us a chance to have a quick look from above at what's going on. If you could see through Spellcheck's head. Spellcheck's head is kind of in the way, but still, you get the idea. You get the general impression of what the footprint of the land is like. Gives me a little bit of space in areas where I can build more houses to house them, or little farms and things that I can automate farms to try and get to the point where I can basically do all the trades and trade them all up and get some infinite breeding cycles and stuff going on. All that kind of stuff. Wait. Alright, I'm going to stop recording so the land can load in under me and I don't get stuck somewhere. Okay, so how are we doing it? Well, for a start off, right, just while we're doing this, villagers. I'm planning on getting some name tags and making names for them. I was just checking tables. Name tags. Name tag. Name tag. I can make name tags in modded Minecraft. Don't know if you can. I don't think you can in vanilla anymore. You can craft them in modded Minecraft. So I can craft name tags and put names onto these villagers. So I'm going to name villagers after subscribers who are loyal to the series. So you've probably already had 20 minutes of this episode, something like that. So I would expect that you are a loyal watcher of a Druid's Tale, and you're here till the very end. I don't have any torches. Oh, dang it! I've used all my torches up already. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's do it that way around. Actually, let's take 3. Let's put them in there. Alright, so while that's working, I want to make things from Bibliocraft, like tables and chairs and stuff. I make these fairly regular, but I always have to check the recipe. It's just slabs over the top and planks down. And there's there's every kind of wood that's in the game is available to do in that kind of recipe. And another thing that I kind of want to do, which I'll probably do more of off camera as well, is make these torch things. There's a lantern thing that you can make, which I brought all the ingredients over for, which is glowstone like that, something like this. Yeah, there we go. Let's make a load of them. I'll just make a few for now. These lanterns look really awesome, and I think I want to replace as many torches in the area as I can. I'm okay with the pumpkins in the ground, but I'd like to cover them up. I'll probably get something to cover them up. But over this kind of way, that feels too low, doesn't it? Wait, taking out that block instead of that block. Put that block back. Boom. There. Okay, let's have it slightly higher up, so you get a light outside or door, yeah, instead of these on the floor like that. That really flamed on then, didn't it? So I can have some of those. They don't stand out too well from the building, though, because they're grey. I think there are other ways of doing it, but for around town and places like that, I think we've got a good amount of guys in one of these. Are you okay? Yeah? There's another villager. What are you doing? You're wanting ginger. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get people's names from the comments below, and I will start applying those names to villagers as we house them. I'm not going to spend a great deal of time over here on camera doing everything. I'm planning on doing most of it off camera and just showing you results and stuff, because that's just the way I am. I don't want to put you through doing all the villager trading, but it might be interesting to see at least. Oh, I knew I should have brought more paper down with me. You freezer, you're that one, okay, and you need emeralds. I've got nothing to start me off right now, just to start the ball rolling and start getting emeralds, apart from bringing some emeralds up. I do like the way these lamps look, though. They do add a little bit more feature to the villages, which we like to see. Oh, that's another point. I've got to check that as well, haven't I? I've been putting that off. Let's have a lamp there in front of the door. I got to think about how much lighting the place has got. Hi, how you doing, dude? Are you a Thorncraft? Yes, you are. Order shards for emeralds. Awesome. And you've got a couple of glowstone, a couple of nuggets, a couple of glass bottles, a fire charge, and some more Dominomicons. Well, thank you very much for your time. I shall not be looting your chest. Thank you, though. Thank you for considering me. Any villagers got stuck in there yet? Nope, not yet. So, leave down below comments and name the villager. You might want to wait until we've got a villager that does certain trades, or you may know the kind of trades. You may have seen in this episode what kind of trades there are. Some will be more superficial, and some will be very, very sought after and useful. I'm sure I'll find some that are like villagers that I can abuse. The trades that I can abuse and get lots of things. Normally like books. Oh, 11. You get... What's your buddy like? Your buddy was over here somewhere. Where's he? Where's he gone? There he is. Hey you. Dude. Whatever your name's going to be. Come here. Paper. Okay. So we've got guys like Paper where I just need to have a sugarcane farm. I can set up an automated sugarcane farm and literally just give him hundreds and hundreds of the stuff. I'll give him a house as well. So that dude there, that could be like the first one to name and shame. He can go into some place by an automated farm, and I can just keep feeding him paper and unlocking his trades and all that kind of stuff. There are better methods to secure the best trades for villagers. And then we're doing a lot of that kind of stuff as well. But for right now, I just want to get started getting some emeralds together. Maybe set up some sort of infinite breeder. But I'm kind of debating whether I want an infinite breeder or just a Mine Factory Reloaded spawner, so I can just spawn villagers into the village. I might have something set up in the church with a Mine Factory spawner, so that they just spawn and they just come walking out the church like a newborn baby, freshly baptized and brought out into the city or the village. And some of them may end up going for the knacker's yard if they're not very good at what they do. Yeah, I keep checking them. I keep checking them to see if their trades have changed. But no, I'm going to have to go and get a load of stuff. And this can kind of be my storehouse for everything that I get from them that I don't want to take home with me. Possibly my emerald stash will be over here as well. And most of the times there'll be farms and things like that we'll get up to. But that is for another episode, another day. I've spent long enough doing this today. I know I haven't really built this on camera or done much on camera for you. But I didn't think that I could get the size of the build that I wanted done in an episode. And so I just spent the afternoon building it for you. And here it is, and that's how it looks. You can see how it's built. It's a kind of similar design to what I've used before. I tried cobblestone stairs here, and I didn't quite like it because it blended in too much with that. Normally I'd have cobblestone rims coming down here. But then again, I wouldn't normally use cobblestone for the walls, but they've all got cobblestone for their walls, so I thought that would be the better plan, was to be in keeping with as close to a village house as possible. Just making it the biggest and best looking village house in the village. And I do have this lovely little butterfly around as well. Poor butterfly. How can I stop that from happening? Get lost. Go and find somewhere else to be. Oh man. Butterflies and bees and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's going to be so much fun as well. But I've got so many things that I want to do, and I want to do a little bit here and there. I want to give you a bit of variety, so that variety is the spice of life and all that. But that's it for this episode, folks. Thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of A Druid's Tale. Until then, goodbye.